I will be there if you need help overcoming a challenge or just need someone to listen. I'm forever grateful that in just a few minutes I will say for the rest of our lives that you are my wife.
From this day forward, you will be my husband, I will be your wife. I'll fight for our love to keep it strong, even when life tests our resolve. I love the happily ever after that I've chosen with you, and I promise to keep choosing you every day for all of my days.
Now, by the power vested in me, it is my great honor to pronounce you husband and wife. Spenser, you may now kiss the bride. tonight I'd like to share the story of how these two incredible people met. Back in 2018, when I was a junior in college, Rachel and I were having our usual weekly phone catch-up. Out of nowhere, she casually mentioned, "So, I think I have a date tonight." I said, "You think you have a date?" And then she told me that she had met this guy from work. They'd gone to a kickboxing class together. They'd gotten drinks together. They'd gotten dinner. And tonight he was going to cook for her. So I said, "Rachel, I don't think you just have a date tonight. I think you're kind of dating this guy. You honestly might even have a boyfriend." She continued to play dumb. It wasn't long before they became an official couple. And as I got to know Spenser better, I told him the story of how my sister was so clueless in the beginning. Spenser was actually surprised to hear that version because that's not how he remembers it at all. So I got to hear Spenser's side of the story. In true millennial fashion, they met at a dog birthday party. And just to be clear, these are Spenser's words, not mine. He said Rachel spotted him across the room, took one look at him, and thought, "I want that."
I also thought I would leave you with a little bit of wisdom. Because as they say, if you can't do, teach. As I'm apparently one of the few single people at this wedding, I thought I'd take that approach and offer you some unsolicited advice on a subject I have no firsthand knowledge of. So I reached out to some friends for help and I outsourced some advice. Whoops. I called my friends Kirsten and Amir first, and they said, always keep humor in your relationship and finding time for fun moments, while remembering not to take things too seriously. And when things are serious, hold yourself accountable first during tough moments. I talked to my friends Zach and Adela, who've been happily married. They said, there's this idea of showing up for each other. Loving each other means showing up as you are. Right now, I imagine you're both at 100%, hearts full of joy and love, but on your way to forever. You may have a day where you might not be 100%. And if you're having that kind of day, a day when you're at 10%, let the other bring the 90%. A marriage is a team sport. I wanted one more piece of advice, so I called Shandy. And I said, you've been married. Do you have any advice for your brother on such a beautiful day as he steps into this new chapter of his life? And she said, just tell that idiot to listen to Rachel and he'll be fine.
So this happens to every father. When you see your little girl, you kind of dream and also fear the day she is someday going to take vows with someone else and start their own independent family. Well, that has always kind of been a fear of mine, but just seeing how much these two love each other, all the fear is gone, and I'm so excited to see how their journey goes from here. So, true story. You know, Rachel's the oldest of 4 kids, and you always want to be a good parent when you have that first child. So one day, Lisa came home, and Rachel was crying. And when she come, Lisa said, well, hey, what's wrong? And I said, well, Rachel was being bad, and then she wanted something, so I had to say no. And she started crying. Well, that was 29 years ago, and I learned my lesson, and I have not said no to you since then, Rachel. So good luck with that, Spenser.